Welcome back to the most news in the morning. It's 25 minutes after the hour, which means it's time for an AM original, something that you'll see only here on American Morning.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking, at what point did the alleged Christmas bomber go from a child of privilege to a radical? Well, our senior international correspondent, Nick Robertson, speaks with the suspect's former classmates to find out.
John Kieran, good morning. Well, at high school, some of Abdul Muttalib's teachers thought he was perhaps a little bit too religious, but his friends there said that he was a straight talker, their moral compass. But he was a young man who was very conflicted and troubled on the inside. In this high school photograph, there is a look of innocence. But behind the impassive gaze, Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalib appears to have been deeply troubled and lonely. He was devout, loved his faith. His friends even called him the Pope. One of his internet postings reads, "How can I really enjoy being with people to whom I cannot express my feelings? They know I'm Muslim, but I see how they don't understand." But he hid his troubles well. Kwesi Bracco was on the school basketball team with him.
To say I'm surprised is a given at this point. I wouldn't have figured him to be a lonely person.
In his blogs, Abdul Muttalib was longing to get to university, mix with Muslims. In the fall of 2005, he got his wish, admitted to University College London. But this conflicted teenager was about to enter a highly charged Islamic scene.
There is a battle of ideas, if you like, going on the campuses.
Hassan knows. Now reformed, he was once a campus radicalizer and influenced the man who orchestrated the killing of the Wall Street Journal's reporter, Daniel Pearl.
On British university campuses, he would have had exposure to a variety of Muslim voices, all claiming to speak for true Islam. And many of these voices will actually be very extreme fundamentalist voices who openly advocate no compromise with the West as they see it.
Abdul Muttalib joined the university's Islamic Society and by his second year became its president. Bracco was at a different college in London, but his old friend had turned his back on him. Abdul Muttalib was changing.
He had begun to wear, Islamic clothing. I think he was wearing a kaftan and the matching trousers and sandals.
In 2007, under Abdul Muttalib's leadership, the Islamic Society organized a week of debate about the war in Iraq, titled War on Terror, a war that appears to have weighed heavily on him. This is the campus at University College London, where the War on Terror week was held. A year later, an independent British think tank issued a report on Islamic societies at universities like this. They concluded that while most students were tolerant, a significant minority supported violence in the name of Islam. The few friends Abdul Muttalib did have at university are hard to track down. Eventually, we get a lead. We've been trying 3 days to find one person at the university who knew him well enough, who's willing to talk to us, and we think we've found him. This could be the breakthrough. His name is Qassem Rafiq. He was the Islamic Society president just before Abdul Muttalib.
Hello?
Hello, is this Qassem?
Yes, speaking.
Qassem, hi, this is... I ask about Abdul Muttalib.
It's difficult for me to reconcile, the person that I knew and what I've just been reading and seeing in the media reports of the last 3 or 4 days. It's extremely difficult. And again, it goes back to the issue of where exactly did, this process of radicalization take place.
Investigators are still trying to figure out where and how Abdul Muttalib was radicalized. What worries Osama Hassan is that Abdul Muttalib may have radicalized others.
There is, of course, the worry that he may have a small band of comrades or friends who think along similar lines.
And those same worries are troubling Britain's intelligence services as well. They're doing their best to track down anyone who might have been in his inner circle and might have had those same sort of beliefs. John Kieran?